Hello, sweethearts and lovelies. It's me, Fresno Inferno, back once again in good quality, which means you can look at the pins. Look at those pins, and that tie, and that pendant. Beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. God. Money well spent, but we're gonna shrink myself. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, so we are back again because we did Castlevania Adventure, then we did Contra Arcade, then we did Contra NES, and now we're back to Castlevania again. We are going to show off Castlevania 1 NES, No Death Clear. Ooh, this was quite the run to get, let me tell you. But also, when I was doing Castlevania Adventure, I thought that doing it for this would be different, but it actually was kind of the same, in that the stages can be difficult, but the bosses, at the very least, with the exception of Dracula, are free. Which is definitely true with the thing. I didn't get the bonus there, unfortunately, but I like getting a lot of the secret bonuses here in this game while we're playing the No Death. But this did take some time to get. I think every stage, barring the first, well, even the first actually, just because of unlucky sub-weapon drops. Because the strat is, of course, triple holy water and melt everything that poses a challenge, and then do competent platforming for the rest. That's basically what you're going to see over this next, however the heck long I take to beat Castlevania 1. You know, I'm avoiding getting the rosaries because I don't want too much flashing. Oh my god! Because, you know, it's 1987 and they don't know what a seizure warning is, so. Great. But I'm not going for the big secret jump, you know, the big, oh, I'm going to damage boost and skip this part, because, you know, there's a secret bonus down here, and I want to show off. I don't really do much skipping. Well, with the exception of one part, but I always like to get the skip on, because it makes me feel cool. Wow, look at that! A secret bonus money bag. 1,000 points for me. Yay! I'm gonna get the high score yet. I'm gonna be on Twin Galaxies, actually. Don't put me on Twin Galaxies. That would be terrible. Or maybe their reputation has increased in the years. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not going to venture into that swamp. Instead, we're going to fight the level 1 boss, the Bat, with holy water, double holy water even, and it's pretty simple. Just hang out here, and you wait for him to come to you. Then you throw the holy water and trap it. God, I love that noise. And so, 1 down, 5 to go. Easy street, but they don't get easier from here. Not really. Not really. And you know, oh, they're counting down my hearts. Oh no, the speed strats. Whatever am I going to do? I'm going to play the game semi-competently. Again, I had runs that were immaculate and then died to one specific dumb thing. I had runs where the worst bullshit happened, but nobody got to see it. And this, like most runs, is kind of a mix of the two. I know there's one part near the end, not to give too much of the game away, that I really bung, and it's a miracle that this was the attempt, but, well, you do get to see old Fresno Inferno's weird misfires and fuckery, but at the end of the day, I got the run, and you're watching it, so there's something to that. There's something to that. Stage 2, mostly relaxing. A few little spots that can cause trouble here and there, and we're coming to everyone's favorite enemy. Oh, it's those Medusa heads, you know. An entire generation of gamers traumatized by sine waves. But, you know, it's not the worst. And hey, they were guarding the secret treasure. And of course, speaking of Medusa heads, here's the one silly thing I do, which I always love doing. I could probably count on one hand the number of times I've played this screen without doing that little damage boost. I love that damage boost to death. It's so easy. Any way to do it. You just whip one, then you whip two, then you bonk. Now this took some attempts. These crushers, just they're not nice, but you know, patience and knowing when to go. And from here on out, it's basically easy street. Bone pillars, they are not a problem here, but they will be. And their rate of fire can be annoying at times. I don't know if this one does it here. No, it doesn't. Not on this attempt anyway, but I've had it where I jump in after they shoot their shot, and then it's like, they reload really quickly, like they immediately go into 2 more shots rather fast, which I don't like that, but it is what it is. So Medusa's nothing. As long as you keep a rhythm, you got this. And Queen Medusa herself is going to fucking melt because we have triple holy water. Get used to that for the next 3 bosses. And of course you gotta throw it around haphazardly and strike a cool pose as you finish the level. Yeah! Alright, so we're coming up on level 3. Best song in the game. IMHO. Best song in the game. Level 6, close second. This is an absolute banger. And now we get to deal with flea men, who are not a problem if you manage to whip them as they come down. Or if you don't turn around, they become a slight problem. But luckily, they have food there. I don't know why they have food at the very start of the game. The food distribution in level 3 is weird. There's one at the very first screen there, and there's one right at the boss, but not in between, and that's just weird. And of course, Castlevania birds, who... they're not nice to me on this attempt. But it didn't kill the attempt, but usually they behave a little better. Usually they behave a little better. But, you know, they weren't behaving today. But, you know, many a word has been spilt about the fun architecture of this castle and the way the color palette has these contrasting browns with the blues, and tans with blues, and the greens. It looks really nice for a Nintendo game. And, you know, if you want, you can no fear those Medusa heads. You can just walk straight, and they can't get you with the timing, but... you throw the holy water, you get the skeleton, and you go back up, and that's how you deal with that. Hey, more bonus points. That's great. That's great. That is not great, you see. Birds are being mean. And see, that's what I mean. The bone pillar was ready to fire right away, but I managed to get past him. But yeah, I managed to lock that one down. A holy water or 2 followed by some whipping. That's how you deal with that. Alright, final screen of level 3. This is a fun screen. I like this screen, because you go forward and you can get a good momentum going and just deal with the things. Occasionally stopping to deal with the bone pillar, but the way you can just jump and keep moving and deal with these birds, that's a really good feeling. I like it. You just gotta hesitate, because you don't know if these things are gonna drop stuff. Oh hey, fun fact, look, and that is the background, and in the background, that is where the final battle is going to take place. Wow, they really thought very well about this architecture. Every Nintendo game historian will tell you about the cool architecture of Castlevania. I mean, it's neat. It's really neat when you notice it. But, yeah, mummies, melt them. Melt them. And so we come to the back half of the game, which I always used to think was way harder, but I have managed to learn level 4, surprisingly. And it isn't really that hard. This is a level that always used to kick my ass when I played casually. But now I have learned the secret to doing well at it. And I will now show you the secret to doing well at level 4. And the answer is go fast as shit. Just the less time you spend down in this hellhole, the less time that something can knock you into the water and die. Stand when you're moving on that thing, because the bat spawns low. If you crouch, it'll spawn too low where you can't hit it, but it can hit you. Real fair bullshit, I know. But yeah, you just gotta keep moving with your stride, and everything will be in the same place if you maintain the same pace, and you can consistently get through the hardest screen of level 4. Why, it's like some sort of consistency happens when you play it speedily every time. Now this could be hard if you let yourself get overwhelmed, but you don't really have to. Just keep in mind the whole item dropping thing. Oh, Animal Crossing. Nice. Yeah, oh, sorry about the flashing. I couldn't wait around for that shit. I don't even think those despawn, so... Yeah, just whip them, but don't walk straight into the fire because they might be like, oh, you hit me on this exact frame. I drop a stopwatch. That's what you want, isn't it? A stopwatch. A fucking stopwatch. Well, no. I don't want a stopwatch. And you can just walk past that bone dragon. You can just walk past it. What were they thinking? This game's a bunch of poopy ass dicks. No. He likes the game, and so do I. Well, that kind of stinks, but that's okay, because there's meat right here, so it's fine. So we're coming up on Frankenstein and Igor the Hunchback, I guess, I don't know. The double duo, which, when I actually streamed this game a few weeks ago as of recording, I managed to do this without the holy water. Somehow. It was really pro and really amazing. Oh, Joe the Bat. Jesus, lots of people are getting on their Switches while I'm recording this shit. But we can lock this fucker down with holy water. Absolutely nothing. Okay, level 5's coming up. Level 5's fun. It makes you focus on a different strategy than just going forward really, really fast. Forces you to kind of change up what you're doing in order to get through it, and I like that. I like that a lot. I like this level a lot, but for the love of God, keep the triple holy water because you need it for the boss, because otherwise... Look, I've done death legit. I have done it. But I don't like doing it, so I never want to. Now, the main thing... I've never seen that happen before. I have never seen that skeleton suddenly get on the ground floor. How did that happen? I don't know. But what these skeletons are teaching you is the notion of these enemies have this AI where they want to keep a certain distance from you and pelter you with ranged attacks. You see how the skeleton is always staying so far away from me and throwing this shit, but you can use that to your advantage by throwing holy water and then stepping back. Because they want to get you, so they walk forward to maintain that distance, and they get hit by the holy water and die. Also, there's a one man right there. Did y'all ever know about that one man? I did not know about that one man. That extend, that, I don't know, free guy? That's what they call it. Well, that's also now the name of a fucking Ryan Reynolds movie. Is that a lightsaber? Shit. And no, I don't want that stopwatch. See, oh, you hit me on the exact frame. That must mean you want the stopwatch. No. No, I do not. Thank you very much. And now as we go through the store, the whole enemies that keep a set distance and pelt you with ranged attacks or shit is really evolved upon with the axe armors. Which, scary, but again, we have holy water, so throw one, step back, the doofus AI will waltz right into it and die. Oh, better stay back and get him. Oh no, I've melted. And so that is a skill that you need to learn for level 5, which, I mean, you can do it with the whip. It's just going to take an ass of a time. So, you know, holy water. It's good. Use whatever strats you need to beat these goddamn games, because they ain't playing fair. So there's, I gotta tell you, this story, and maybe we'll even show the clip. You know what, hang on, we'll just show the clip, because I saved it on the Switch, so look forward to that after we finish this run. I'll show you the clip. But it happened in this level when I was making an attempt, and that's the Switch going off again. I really gotta remember to hold this fucking controller in my hands, because it goes into sleep mode because I'm just sitting here watching a replay. So I'm sorry about that, but all you missed was me fiddling around with these blood skeletons. And I'm fidgeting around even more than normal just to get all the secret bonuses. So there's one there, and then we gotta play around with this axe armor, which, again... Oh no! You've moved back! Why, that means I need to move forward to maintain my distance. Oh no, I've been killed. I wonder how many of these secret bonuses they ever published in, like, Nintendo Power. Who found all this shit? Who thought, I'm gonna jump up on that platform and jump down, or I'm gonna stand in this spot for 5 seconds without moving? It's ridiculous. But it's fun to get them all in a single run. It makes you feel really competent and cool. Alright, semi-final screen here. The screen before the hallway, which... Everyone makes a big deal about the hallway and how you have to deal with the axe armors and the Medusa Knights at the same time. Medusa Knights? Not Medusa Knights, Medusa Heads. But, you know. One, we have the holy water and can just make the axe armors melt. And two, you know. By now, it's just escalation. You know how to deal with the Medusa pattern. You know how to deal with the axe armors. You just gotta multitask. It's hard, but... It's not the hardest thing in the world. And again, it's going to be trivial for us because triple holy water. We use whatever means we can get to fuck around with this game and destroy it. So yeah, keep your distance, and you can just keep moving, and occasionally move back and deal with the axe armor. Okay, one more and he should be melted good. Ooh, we're kind of riding the wave here, huh? Ooh, we're in between them. Alright, and here's Death, who is either a real bastard or a chump. We're going to chump him out. So, I want to talk about level 6 briefly. When I was first making this attempt, I considered it a lottery because the bats at the beginning would just do any dumb bullshit they want. And when I was trying to solve how to make it consistent, I ended up looking up speedrun tutorials. Because they know, right? And the answer is you hold left as you do the level transition. You just hold left, so you start moving left immediately. And then that makes the bat RNG consistent. And you just do specific jumps and stuff. So I'm holding left, I'm moving as soon as the level begins. And here's my thing. We just jump up and stop him there. We jump that. Jump over this guy, jump again so his fireball goes high. You whip that guy. The speedrun gets a stopwatch here, but I don't want a stopwatch. Jump, jump. Sometimes he can shoot through a fireball, but that's not bad. Jump, and we're through the bat hell. The bat lottery is done. Now, I want to talk a bit about my plan for these screens before Dracula. Because I want to do this neat little strat I discovered right before I got the attempt where... Okay, there's going to be those birds dropping hunchbacks again, right? But what I want to do is drop down and throw holy water so that it lands behind me so that when the hunchback comes, it gets killed by the holy water and I can get down safely. That's what I want to do, okay? And this is what my dumb ass actually did. I go for the throw, I jump again, I land on this thing, And then they get hit, and then they get hit again. So, for reference, and you want to get the bird spawning from the left, so you can do this consistent getting up to the staircase. So, for reference here, I'm at the final level on this attempt, and I have no grace period for Dracula. I now have to do a no-miss run on the hardest boss of the game in order for this attempt to go through. The fact that you're here watching this should signify that something amazing is about to happen. Dracula was no end of a pain in my ass for this attempting, but I figured out how to deal with Dracula, and it's one little secret. Walk to the left. I often found that if I was walking to the right when he was trying to spawn on top of me, he would spawn in such a way that I could not get out of his hitbox and I would die. But every so often, I am walking to the other way, and that clears him. He kind of goes into this weird pattern where he's like, he'll spawn far, then he'll spawn close, then he'll spawn in a way where I have to go to the left. And so it's just a matter of finding a rhythm and doing it. And of course, if he spawns like in front of me, I can alter my movement just in time. But it's a dangerous dance. It's easily the hardest part of getting this Castlevania clear. And it doesn't help that the timing is really strict and I keep missing his stupid dumb head. Like, damn it. Those were like 3 or 4 good hits I could have got. You know, when he spawns occasionally, he'll... Yeah, if he's spawning on top of me, I'm going left, I'll usually be able to avoid. If he spawns in front of me, I can avoid. If he spawns far away, I can correct and make it through. But it's all a matter of patience and good timing. Only 5 hits left, so... Whew. It's really stressful, you know, this Dracula bullshit. You know, you also got to time your jump perfectly, because if you fuck up the jump, he's going to shoot the fireballs upward. And, that'll kill you. That'll kill you stone dead. And we don't want that. Now, we have to consider where we're going to deal the final hit, because he's going to transform. Or I'll just do it right here. And, you know, I can lock this fucker, Cookie Monster, the speedrunners call him. I can lock it down. Holy water, jump. Holy water, whip. Holy water, whip. And you just lock the thing down. I have more than enough hearts to make it through this shit. Bonk. Bonk. And that, my good friends, is Castlevania on the Nintendo Entertainment System. No death clear. Sit down, as the great band of One Credit Classics would say. Now there's a shout, huh? There's a shout for you. YouTube.com/OneCreditClassics. Go watch that shit. Probably did Castlevania. Has done Haunted Castle 1 credit, which I tried that. That's really fucking hard. Oh yeah, and this version keeps the pun names. That's great. I love that. I don't understand half of these fucking references, but they're cute. They're cute. You gotta love them. I'm particularly fond of Boris Karloff's. It's a great one. Oh, God. Love Cheney. I really would love to know what the hell Cafe Bar Reed is. Cafe Bar... Or Andre Morale. John Candy. But never forget, everybody, that I played the greatest role in this story. That's right. Me. But yeah, Castlevania. No death. Whew. Really, really wild. And this should be where the replay ends. But I just want to show you the thing that happened to me in Stage 5 before we go. So I'm just going to go into my album here. And it should be the last clip. Here it is. Okay. We're gonna hide this. Okay, so we're on level 5. We're doing really well here. Okay, we're doing the strats. We're doing the shit here. So it's just a matter of maintaining your momentum and doing right. Everything's going great. We're doing well. Oh, okay, that's not the best. And the game crashes! And not the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. The actual Nintendo emulation on the Anniversary Collection crashed! The game rage quit on me! The game rage quit on me rather than give me the attempt. Can you believe it? Oh my god. Okay, but with that, that's another one credit clear in the bag. No death clear even. And you know, I kind of want to move away from the Konami stuff for a bit. There's a couple of games I could probably pull off an Operation C. I don't know if I could do a Castlevania 3 or Super Castlevania 4 or even Castlevania 2 on Game Boy. There are a lot of those. They're long games and they're complex. This is like 20 minutes and 6 stages. You can bang it out pretty easy once you get it all done. So you know, I'm thinking of what I want to do next. I've got some thoughts, but we'll see you for the next one of whatever this is. So good night, goodbye, see you later.